morning, everyone. I hope traders and investors alike were green yesterday. What an awesome day yesterday. Talk a little bit about our day as we go through the charts. A lot to talk about here. A couple of the small caps that are up this morning. REVBU's up. ATHX is up. JAKK's up. BOXL's up. Flow was bearish yesterday. When we filtered above 1 million, was extremely bearish, and I do believe a lot of those may be getting shook out. I'm right now. So we've been talking about the FOMC numbers, and they come out, and the previous times we've had FOMC, we've had sell-offs afterwards. This time, the market's a little different. I'm not saying we're not going to sell off, but I'm saying we need to be careful about being over bearish in this market. We need to get through today, because with GPD, anything can still happen. But if we get through today, I think we may see some more upside. I'm not saying we're going back to new highs. I still think there's more downside to come, but I think there may be some more upside in this rally if we make it through today. And I'll explain as we go through the charts. So we got CRUDE here. CRUDE, we finally took this downtrend out, so that's going to help our energy names push, which we're expecting to push because the charts look really good right now. Bitcoin. All right, Bitcoin's back into this 200, trying to take this 9 and 200 out again. Nice push. Let's hope we can close Sunday 6 o'clock before that weekly candle closes. Let's hope we can get above that candle or get above those levels. So we also have our put to call ratio. We are 105. That is in the bearish zone. This is our oscillator for the NASDAQ. We are at 167. We're getting a little overheated here. Now the New York Stock Exchange, we're at 202. So 200 is hot. So we are hot there. The New York Stock Exchange could use to pull back, have an inside day. We can run, as you can see, we can run up to the 350, 300 here. It's not the end of the world. But you can also see we don't normally do that. Not with the New York Stock Exchange. The NASDAQ can get overheated and handle it a little better. The New York Stock Exchange does not seem to push like that. But this is our last rally. We pushed on our last rally. We were overheated going into not the last big rally we had in the middle of May. So the U.S. dollar, we were calling for bearishness on U.S. dollar. We did get a push back up into the 9, back down below the 9 and 20 there. Still thinking we can still see a little bit more of a move down there. The VIX was able to break this downtrend. It did take the 200 and the 9 out and right back down below. Not really too sure where that's going right now. It's not quite telling the tale of the market. All right, so Apple, big candle on Apple. The level to watch here is the 200. If we can continue to push, we have to get above this 200 at, looks like 158.48. That's going to be the next biggest level. Now, we talked about the last video. We wanted to see the price action come back to the 9, and we could use a buy the 9 strategy off the daily chart. If it's not something that I trade, it's not my style, but trying to put different strategies out there to help people build their own strategy. It's not about following me. It's about me helping you build your strategy for your emotions, for your needs. It's not about following, necessarily following me trade for trade or trying to mimic my style or anybody else's. This is something that you're going to have to build your own style. You're going to see things a little differently. But the buy the 9 on the daily works, and we're going to see more of this. And there could have been a lot of money made there yesterday just from buying the 9. Just that simple strategy, waiting for your price action to come back to the 9. Boom, AMD could have bought the 9 on AMD. You pushed up, you took your 50 out. Your next target here, if we continue to push, is this gap here. Now we have GPD today. already. You know, White House is fuming, but we've seen this before. We've seen the White House talk about how bad a report's going to be before, and the report actually come out good. So I don't really know. I'm not trying to guesstimate it, and I will say this market has priced in a lot of different stuff. Google and Microsoft earnings were not great at all, and they ran yesterday, and we're seeing more and more of this. We're seeing a lot of good earnings come out, you know, so the ratio, we are still seeing a lot of good earnings, but in the bad earnings, they're not selling off. The majority, I mean, Google and Microsoft both had decent days yesterday. Amazon, I wanted to do this video yesterday. I wanted to post this right here. Had this nice push on this level, but unfortunately, fortunately for me, unfortunately for the video, I guess, I took yesterday and traded pre-market, took 5 trades in the morning and locked in some really nice profits before market ever opened. So we got the AMC 15-minute chart. AMC's been chopping around, not really the greatest thing right now. This is AMD yesterday. You know, we popped it open. We come right back, tested this 200 on the daily or on the 15 right there. Come right back, touched your 200. You may even be able to get a retest of this level. I don't think we quite retested it. I'd have to see that without that price tag there to see if there's any wick sticking up. But we tested a 200 on the 15 and pushed. Amazon. Taking the 9 back here, we come all the way down, gap down to the 20, and we have pushed back up and have taken the 9 back there. Apple, double push yesterday. We pushed up, traded sideways, pushed up, and that's exactly what we were expecting. We said we were going to trade till 11, then we're probably going to chop for a while. That's exactly what we got. We've seen the volume dying out of the market and all. Yesterday we had a better volume day than we've had all week. Due to, you know, we've talked about this, your big money traders are just sitting on the sideline waiting for these numbers to come out, wanting to see earnings. We still have Apple earnings tonight too, so that it can move the market. We have to get through today to see you know, where we're going to be heading, but I still think there's a chance that we have more upside. Boeing, so Boeing originally tried to push, and then we ended up pulling right back to the 9. That could watch that for a play off the 9 today, depending on where it opens. Bitcoin here, we're holding all our major moving average except for your 200. We're back above the 50, the 9, the 20 there. That's a good sign. Boeing, you can see we pushed in pre-market. That phone call come out about 11. The guy just didn't seem like a very good speaker. No offense if you happen to watch this video, you don't seem like a good speaker. BTU, we're back to the 50 here, trying to take this 50 out. You'd probably think I'm not a good speaker neither, so, you know, we're probably even there. Chewy, you know, we were watching this cup, holding this level. The Amazon, or not Amazon, the Walmart come out and guided down, so everything pulled back on the when Walmart guided down. A lot of retail and so stocks like Walmart, Target, and then even the internet shoppers pull back as well. And Chewy, you know, dog treats over the internet. You can see we traded pretty flat here the last 2 days. We're, you know, gap down like that. Cliff, you know, we pulled back yesterday, but had this big move at the end of the day. They've been coming after material stocks. Again, this morning, I've got a few material stocks up on the scanner. I got Vail, AU, MT up on the scanner. We have some industrial stocks as well. Plug's up. We posted some news to Plug. Even we posted that to Twitter yesterday as well. So there's some news, some renewable energy news. All right, so you got Cliff here. This is a good sign when you got your 9 crossing up under your 20 here. Respecting your 9 here, but your Bollinger Bands are not trying to open up for that price at all. XLP Consumer Staples. Look at this. We finally broke out of this base here. This is another good sign. If we can hold this today, anything can happen until market open. If this candle opens above, you know, your 200, your 50, you're above all your major moving averages right now. That's a really good sign. If we can open up above those, you know, maybe we can start pushing up out of this base. If you were to draw a line from here to here, you're probably going to see you have a level right there that, you know, would like to see it take out today's candles, basically what I'm trying to say, or yesterday's candle. Would like to see today's candle take out yesterday's candle. CVX, we did a video the other day talking about how we were bullish on energy plays right now. And because they've put this little base in, and they kind of separated themselves from crude. Crude was stuck in that downtrend. Energy was chopping up. So you could see the change there. You know, we bounced off the 200. We've took the 9 and 20 back. Look how the 9's crossed the 20. The 9 is crossing the 20. That's a sign of momentum. It's a sign of strength. CVX kind of, for the most part, flat. It's not been the stronger right now. A lot of times it leads when energy runs, but it's not been the stronger name the last few days. ExxonMobil's up big here this morning. You know, we're right into a resistance level right now. So, but we did have a nice push yesterday, but not as big as some of the ones in the market. So, you know, wasn't leading the market. That's what we're looking for, is the market leaders. That's what makes the difference. You know, go after your market leaders. So, GME bouncing off the 50. QQQ, nice push. Could have been a buy the 9 strategy. We opened right back up on that 9 yesterday and pushed. It's something that you can look for. This strategy works. I use this. I have not played with this account in a while, but I use this in my retirement account because they're easier to trade. It's a buy the 9 strategy. I talk about this in the Discord a lot. QQQ, big ripping push here yesterday. We seen, you know, this coming. The FOMC meeting, we pulled back a little bit, and then we just pushed, or the numbers released, and Powell started talking, Big Daddy Powell, and we just pushed again. Now we've given back just about over half of that move, the FOMC move this morning. Waiting on that GPD number right now. That's going to be the major thing. All right, for the Qs, your 20 on your weekly would be the next target to look for. Not trying to overthink. You know, I do hope someday we go to the 50, but obviously the 50 is not the target right now. We're holding the 9 on the weekly. Your 20 would be your next target at 306.81, looks like. So that's your a big level of resistance you watch for. TLT, the bonds, actually pulled back a little bit yesterday. We do need the bonds to push in this market. IWM is at a very big level here. It's right at this downtrend on the weekly. If you look, you can see your 20 sticking out from that line. So watch your 20 on your weekly. Is resistance. Now here's IWM again, right at resistance. Remember this bear flag we were watching? Wondering if we would get a break to the downside. We actually pushed up. We have not gotten a break to the downside yet. We've not broken out to the upside neither. We are right at resistance. You can also see we're right at the Bollinger Band as well. Your BBs will offer resistance. IWM, big push yesterday. You know, we chopped around in this name and just ripped at market, or at the FOMC meeting. MRL, we pushed over, pushed again. This is one of the energy names that has been pushing, has been doing a little bit better since we did the video. You know, up day, chop around day, up day. So that's opportunities right there. Meta. I don't know what to say about Meta. You can see this move here. We pushed up yesterday. Nice strong move right into the 200. People were expecting, you know, better numbers. I actually had a comment on the Twitter page about how the users have gone up and how people think Facebook's dead. But the fact is, guys, they've guided down. This is the fourth earnings in a row that they've guided down. They lost $1 billion last time. Mark Zuckerberg come out and actually, I don't remember his exact words, but he basically said there's no adults in the room right now, and didn't foresee things going that great. Since Cheryl had left, you know, you get more users. That's great, but users are not paying the bills. You need those ads. You need those customers, you know, advertising ads. You need that. That's where the money comes from. Metaverse, I'm not saying, I'm not saying anything bad about metaverse, but you have that's down the road. That's looking out, talking trillions of dollars, possibly billions. I can see it being worth. Member in Facebook made a comment, and I can totally see in the trillions. I can see it. Look at the money they're making right now, well into the billions. I think it was 16.9 billion, something like that. You can see Microsoft here, a nice push. So Microsoft's earnings was not great, uh, not at all, and they pushed yesterday. This is why I'm saying we're shaking off bad earnings. Google was not great, and we've pushed, and we've seen some other names that weren't great. Netflix was not great, and they've continued to push. So we may, be able to shake a lot of this stuff off. A lot of this stuff's already priced in. Here's Moderna. We've been bearish on Moderna. We were bullish on it down here. We were bullish on Moderna that whole week, and we got up here. We started putting in this, and you can see it. You can see it putting in a tower top up here. You can see these wicks come back down. We dropped back below this resistance level, which was support. We got back below it, and we said right then, when we got dipped below this 9 right here, when this candle shot back down below that 9, we said we were bearish. We put in a rounded top. That is another opportunity that you could have made money with. MRO, you can see right here, energy name. We were bullish on energy names this week. You can buy a contract a week out, and me even on Monday right now. I'm suggesting buy time. If you're not an experienced trader, buy time. Once again, I'm not seeing, one thing I don't like about this is I'm not seeing these Bollinger Bands open up. Almost looks like they want to roll in. Netflix, you can see this right here of resistance. I would like to see this get above the wick of that candle before going in. If we can do that, look for a move up to this gap. I'm not saying one big move now. Oxy traded pretty flat. We were moving up. In the last 2 days. It's been pretty flat on that one. PLTR pull right back to this support level, dipped a little bit below it, but as soon as it got back above that 9, it pushed. That 9 on that daily, it held the 9 on the daily, and it pushed. You can see right here, kind of chopped around, and it ripped into the end of the day. FOMC may have had a little bit to do with that. Qualcomm, we were bullish on Qualcomm down here, coming out of this base right here. This candle right here, getting back above this 50 is when we got bullish on Qualcomm, and boom, the next day. No, actually, I'm sorry. We were bullish right here. We got that news. We called that news in the trading room, put this candle in, and then after that news, we were bullish on it. Pushed up, took the 200 out. At this point, we said we would probably have to reset the 9. Watch it right now. Watch this 200 on your daily. We're back to the 9. There's a good chance we can push here. We pull back in from the Bollinger Bands, which is right where we want to be. We're right on the 9. We have to be above that 50 or that 200 on the daily. Roblox, this one, whatever Facebook does today, watch Roblox to mimic it. Because of the metaverse thing, they trade a lot alike. Now, this is the SPX. This is why I say, things are different right now. All right, the last couple FOMC meetings we have sold. After the meeting, I should have took time to get the date. That way we could look at each individual candle and how the market reacted. I didn't do that. That is totally my bad. But look at what's happening here. We've come down here. We've been in this downtrend. We started pushing up. You can see higher lows here. We topped out right there, come down, put in a new low, and we pushed up, put in a new low right here. Is this a new low for the move up? It sure looks like it. But look at your 50 here. Your 9's crossing your 50. Your 20 is not far away, just a couple of days away from getting up above this 50. If that happens, I'm even that much more bullish on this market. Where do I expect the market to go? I'm looking at topping out right here at 41.50. That's, I mean, I'm not saying we're going back to new highs. I'm just saying we can probably take a nice push to 41.50. Now, if we take out 41.50, I will have a new look on the market. 41.50, 4200, I'll have a new look. Now, SPX right now. So right now, my number to watch is not 41.50. For the SPX, I would be watching 41.10 because that's where my 20 on my weekly is. I have to take that out first. Then would be 41.50. If the market takes its GPD numbers well today, that's, that's the only thing. We can see our New York Stock Exchange is a little overbought. But also when you look at the bullish percent, 73% of the stocks in the NASDAQ right now are bullish, have turned bullish. I think it was 60, it's over 60 in the S&P 500. So Salesforce, we break back down to the 50, bounced off to 50. I try to cover so many different charts. I cover the 1 and 5s every day. We're talking about the 15s, the dailies, the weeklies, multiple time frames. You can find a reason to enter a stock off your daily chart. Use that level, go to your 5 and your 1, try to get the best entry as possible. But if you're holding your 9, your 9 on your daily is going to overtake, be a better level than your 9 on your 15 or your 1. Obviously, the higher the time frame, the more important the level. CRM push and then sell. SoFi, a push down here from pre-market. Yesterday we started to push, or actually in after hours the night before started to push. Then we chopped around right into this resistance level and the 200. Looks like we actually took the resistance level out and went into the 200 on the 15. This is why I'm constantly saying, check your time frames. I know sometimes we don't feel like running through these charts real quick. We have to. I mean, we absolutely have to. If you want to trade these intraday moves, unless you want to buy and hold, you need to know where your levels are. So you have the SPY here, a nice big push on the weekly. We've talked about that, how this candle, this is the birth of a new trend. Doesn't mean an uptrend, doesn't mean a downtrend. Could be a sideways trend, but that's the birth of a new trend right there. So things have changed since the last FOMC meeting. You can see the monthly candle. Look, we are steady taking back ground here. We're steady taking back last month's big red candle. So, things are changing here where we've been into this constant downtrend. We're steady taking it back. We still have a few days to go, but you can definitely see a difference here. SPY, gaps filled, done, out of the way. Nice push yesterday. Look where we were. Right on top of 9. Look at your 50. Your 9's crossing your 50. That's a good sign. Totally took this gap out, took that level out. The next level to watch would be right here. 410, 4110, 410. That's the next level to watch. SPY, right into resistance here. This level, we end up taking it out and then pulling back in after hours. I did close my puts at the end of the day yesterday at 358 with 10%. Instead of, holding them. I don't like to hold stuff overnight. It's just not my style. I have a really good profitable style and I enjoy trading it. XLK, dipped down, took the 9 out. Tech was on fire yesterday. We seen a lot of flow come in and just ripped here. And of course that FOMC meeting, but we seen heavy flow coming in on tech in the beginning of the day. Certain names, Amazon, NVDA, those Tesla, we've seen flow on those names. Speaking of Tesla, right now the 20 on the weekly is resistance here. On the daily, guys, this is a pretty powerful candle pattern. This is not exactly textbook, but this is called a rising 3. Textbook, we would want this candle to be flat here, come down, and this candle to be flat with that candle. But I actually look at this candle to be a little more bullish because of how it's gapped. It actually gapped up a little bit versus the close of your previous candle. You had a gap up. So I look at this candle as being bullish. What do we need to do here? I mean, to me, this is a big level here. We have to clear this. If we don't clear this level today, then we're looking for shorts, obviously. But we have to, hold on, let's get the right tool here. And make this line as thin as possible. So 628, no, I'm sorry, 828.27. 827. Yeah, let's stick with 827.27. I want to clear this previous candle body. It doesn't hurt to give it a few pennies. Tesla's a big mover. When it runs, you know, it can move 40, 50, 60 bucks. So giving it a dollar or two to get above that level and to be positive that you're above that level, it's, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Just to give it a little time. All right, we're running late here. Let's keep moving. You can see Tesla here. I didn't get the price labels on this one. You can see the push here. I called as we were flagging into this 9 yesterday. We had flow coming in, and I said that Tesla was trying to show relative strength, and I thought it was going to push, and we got a continued move higher. Wasn't a fast move until the FOMC meeting, but we continue to go higher. Tesla paid very well yesterday. Twitter still got this tabletop right here. This line needs to be drawn over. I still like the MACD on that one. It's right on the 9. It's got to take out that resistance level. Riding the 9. All right, let's go back real quick. Riding this 9. If we take out this resistance level, I would expect Twitter to go up. My price target would be, you know, I'd be looking for the top of the Bollinger Bands. If we take that out, watch your 200. Don't expect it all that in one day. Twitter, you can see the big pullback here in pre-market, and when we come into market, no, actually, I apologize. This is market hours yesterday. You can see where we pulled back in market hours. We pushed FOMC meeting. We have pulled back here in pre-market. UNG, pretty flat yesterday, and I'm going to show you why right now. So we put the cup in. You know, we were watching this. We put the cup in. Now, what's usually happens when you put a cup in, you form a handle. And why do you usually form a handle? Because usually you run into a resistance level. It's exactly what you did. You run into a resistance level, and now you pull back to find support. You're extended from your 9, so basically we're pulling back. We're going to watch this 9. If we get back to this 9, we'll watch for a buy the 9 strategy. All right, and I can't make trading any simpler than a buy the 9 strategy off the daily, guys. I can't make it any simpler than that. You can still extend this downtrend out, and you can see that's what we wicked on. We did get back above this resistance level here. See where we open, let this 9 come down. Upstart possibly has more downside to come. Just let it get back to that 9, see where it goes. You can see Upstart push because it was one of the stocks that pushed with the meeting yesterday, so that's why it's got a decent candle. Wells Fargo is taking out these levels. Watch XLF. The financial sector went back to the dip yesterday. Look at this pull, or the big push here. Once again, banks were trading flat, pushed on the numbers. ExxonMobil, this is the daily. Look at this chart. See this base we put in down here? These charts are changing. Put this nice base in down here. If we can get above this 50 here, I do believe there's more upside. You know, we never even made it down to the 200. We did have a you know, it felt like a bad pullback. It provided some short opportunities, but you know, you can see the changes here. We get above that 50, I would expect more upside out of energy, out of ExxonMobil. AMC, you know, we were saying if we didn't bounce off the 20, watch this support level. We almost wicked right off this original trend line here. You know, the trend line we were trading in the wedge when we finally broke out. We were, you know, we didn't re-push off of that one. So the next trend line to watch would be the bottom, and we almost touched it before we pushed yesterday. And that concludes our video. I hope this is helpful. Stay green today. Guys, discipline's the key. You know, I've seen so many traders always say, well, you're leaving out the secrets. You're not sharing the secrets. Not referring so much to me, but I've heard these about other traders. The secret's discipline. You know, you have to find that within yourself. We can show you strategies, but you have to find discipline within yourself. This is some stuff that we talk about. We have some tools to help you, you know, build your strategies and help you work on it. But I can't make you buy or sell. These are things that you have to do. You have to take profits. If you're not taking profits, you're not going to grow. You can always get back in. These are things that we show everybody every day when it comes to building these strategies. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you have a green day. Stay open-minded. Bears may be getting ready to get butthurt in this market. So stay open-minded, and I'll see you in the trading room. Have a great day.